Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and welcome to the Ice Age. This is an asteroid that's geoactive metal rich. Normal game settings today, but I'm bringing in a mix of the Frosty and the Prehistoric DLC content in this one asteroid, hence the Ice Age. So here's the twist. First of all, instead of starting with 3 dupes, we're starting with twice the amount, 6. And second of all, every time I notice the printing pod has something for us, I have to print one of these guys until we have everyone here for a total of 42. Let's go look at who we're starting with. I've got essentially 2 dupes that are going to concentrate on digging, 2 dupes that are concentrating on construction, and 2 that will concentrate on moving stuff around. Let's go. Name of the colony is Ice Age. Let's get this thing started. Okay, so let's just take a quick moment. Pause it right here and do a few things. I want disinfect disabled. I want to go to the schedule and tell everyone no breaks for the moment. Alright, and with that, I'll make a plan to get started. First thing I'm going to get everyone to do is to do a little bit of digging. This is going to give us some material to build with and open up some construction space. Also getting access to a little bit of this oxylite for oxygen. Next thing I'm doing is constructing the ladder and creating some rooms. Let me just show in priorities. I specified digging, building, and supply as priority. And let's just give a quick look at some of the geysers that we're going to have here eventually. Oh, volcano. Okay, so apparently I'll be theming another volcano. Natural gas, cool, steam, salt water, polluted water. Ooh, cool chlorine, and oil reservoir. Going to try to aim to get a barracks and a latrine for everyone to be able to use. I see that carbon dioxide's not looking super great, so maybe we should also get a priority digging out down here. Open this a little bit because I see a little bit of oxylite over here. I think this is a very important dig in this area. So we're creating 6 cots. And I'll put the outhouses underneath down here. We very much got to get this opened up too. Adding a little bit of extra distance over here just to make sure shine bugs don't keep anyone awake. So we've got cots for everyone on the first break. Got some outhouses built. Not super breathable in those zones. Anyways, let's see what we may not have much time. So for the next step, I split up the schedule so that not everyone's sleeping at the same time. Did a couple things. I got the night owls here to work during the nighttime period, and I made sure that not everyone with the same skill is taking the break at the same time. Let's see, the other thing is we've got oxygen production system. We need to have some power production. And setting up a laboratory here. For the research, digging out a little bit of dirt. I want that to fall down on top of a research station so we don't have to transport dirt too far. Let me just specify that to be put in here at some point. A lower priority. Dig out a little bit of dirt over here. Yes, there we are. We've got to this still. Let's look at here. Not great for oxygen, but we've got our oxygen diffusers that can go on soon. Power production happening. And oxygen diffusers. Maximum gas pressure, but they're operational nonetheless. First research project is air systems. Continue to dig out around here, extend this. Let's also add in more cots. Eventually we're going to have to take in... next dupe is going to arrive in almost a cycle. So very much have to prepare for lots of new dupes. Got the dupes that are moving stuff around to focus on research. We should make a priority of getting that filled back in. Got a pitcher pump that's going to allow us to fill in our wash basins. Hopefully it's going to prevent people from being sick. As we're opening this up, we're getting access to some buried objects, which it will be food for us to be able to eat and survive for the next little bit. Just double check that we actually have a latrine. We do. Excellent. So here's my thinking on this one. This is a very cold area. What I want to do is insulate this area, but I want to remove all the cold material that's sitting here as much as possible. So I'm going to build a bunch of ladders, dig a lot of this out, and get it to fall down and out of the way, and I can insulate all around. So we'll start that process. I also want to get an electrolyzer set up, so we're going to get a pump built down here. So we might as well start the process of getting in battery. We've got a pump rather, and a larger set of batteries now running, so that should help. All right, research is complete. Maybe we will switch some of these over to electrolyzers soon. So I'm going to open up this area here because I want this water to fall out of the way before we let the electrolyzers run too long. I want to make sure we're able to deal with the hydrogen that's going to produce. So open up this area. A little bit concerned that we might have a... Oh no, I think this guy will... okay, open up this path just in case we need the hatch to be able to run out of the way. So we don't want that to drown. Okay, and we are ready for our next. I'm interested in getting into ranching earlier, so bringing in Wrangle, that's going to help out with that. Let's throw them in a schedule down there. Alright, so we want to get this pipe built. We'll spot here for that hatch to get out of the way. Probably should put some ladders across like that. And some tiling in here. Can take these guys out. We'll replace them with electrolyzers as our oxygen source. Make sure we're connected to the wiring. Looks good that way. Hold on. Why can I not destruct this guy? There we go. Right, let's research pumps so that we can take care of that hydrogen that's going to eventually build up. We're going to collect our water down here. Open up this just a little bit, as well as open this. I'm a little bit nervous about my water turning to ice. Already you can see it getting a little bit white on this side. Right, so there is a big splash cave that a little messier than I thought it was going to be. Do some mopping up around here. Fully open up that. Oh, hold on. Let's take that out. Do a little bit of mopping there. Okay. Keep the area dry. All right, now we see a little bit of hydrogen. Let's make a plan to deal with that. Building a ladder so we can get up to this zone. Going around some of these, I haven't decided what I want to do with the nature reserve, so I'll keep my options available to me. Open this up a little bit for hydrogen to flow up. Bring up wiring, since I know I'm going to need that for a pump. So putting in a hydrogen pump way up here. I'm going to bring a pipe going down. Make a power plant, research the ability for a hydrogen generator. Put that down in here. Lots of this hydrogen already accumulating. Make a priority of getting the top part of this done first. we open this up, I'll start digging out around. Better bring in the ladder a little bit higher. And start poking holes across here for that hydrogen to flow up. Research going along for our hydrogen generator. Oh, right. We need someone to specialize on research. Forget about that. Okay, let's look at that in a second. I guess we won't be able to get that fully complete. Alright, so there is that little area. We'll wait for hydrogen to build up there, but let's go back down here and make a plan. So absolutely going to reserve the next dupe for a researching dupe. But we'll just spend the rest of the time digging out a little bit. Continuing to research what we can in the meantime. Again, installing our ladders, going across. I guess that's as far as we can go for research for that, so I'll just do some other research in the meantime. That can be done with the basic research station. Expanding the barracks so that we'll be ready for more and more dupes. Gotta have an eye on skill. Okay, so first few skills are available. Hammer with construction. $42,000 calories, so that's looking good. Carbon dioxide's starting to be a bit of an issue. That's actually something maybe we should... I don't think I need a... Do I need a supercomputer to deal with that? I don't think so. Look here. Like to deal with our carbon dioxide situation. That would... I think I could do that with that. Placing a carbon dioxide pump. And getting an ability to research to have a place to store the carbon dioxide. Start with over here for that. And time for yet another dupe. It is time to welcome Beaker to the team. So we've got someone that can concentrate on research. Immediately give that skill out. Advanced research as well. Okay, now we get to go through granite. We'll upgrade carrying, rock, granite, swift on carrying, and wrangle. We might as well give you farming. So we're going to take this out and put in our supercomputer right here. Pump for carbon dioxide going in. We'll put in 2 canister emptiers for the carbon dioxide. Continue digging out and creating ladders along the way. I'm going to set these at maximum 200 on both. I'm going to have to watch this so that we don't scoop up too much oxygen. It might actually be good right now. Cut the power. And we're ready to take in some hydrogen, though we need to complete that research. Beaker on that. Right, guys, a little bit of tough build right here with all this hydrogen. Let's see if I can do something. Not really liking this hydrogen situation that's bubbling here. So we're going to open this up just a little bit. Maybe do this as well. Forget we can dig through granite now, can't we? Oh, research. Currently researching a rock crusher and fire pole. So get this area opened up. That's looking better. That'll allow that hydrogen to get out of the way. Though more and more hydrogen's building up. So, putting in hydrogen generator down here. Some jumbo batteries. I'm going to look to automate this as soon as possible, but for now, just see if we can burn some hydrogen. And we've got our transformer to take some of this power and send it out. So we'll have this area really opened up to let that hydrogen flow out. Really accumulating quite a bit though. Okay, I think we are ready to give this a go. So let's connect this wire right here. It's going to send some hydrogen down. Should. Why is it not? Oh, maybe because it's not actually connected. Try this again. All right, hydrogen making its way down. That's going to charge these batteries. Let's aim to not need a manual generator anymore. In fact, yeah, before I connect that, maybe we'll let these batteries drain out. So that is starting to burn. It's going to charge these guys up. As this gets a little bit higher, we'll disconnect the hydrogen. I think we'll currently at that point. Oh, and that hydrogen is sneaking back up. How about we do this? Kind of make a knot in the pipe. Like that, to pull the hydrogen up like that. Continuing to look for some buried objects as we open up this area. Where are we? 55,000 calories. That's good. Okay, power. That's been drained out. Can now get rid of all this. Let's disconnect this just to be safe. Then I will connect this into our circuitry. How are we doing for carbon dioxide? We can pull a little bit more out of the air for the moment. Collapse. It's over here. That looks fine to me. Look at oxygen. Might want to bring up another electrolyzer, but I got to be careful because I don't want to send liquid pipes up where it might freeze. So we got to be careful with that. Old bedroom. Oh, yes. Okay, let's aim to warm this area up. Not very comfortable at the moment. I'm assuming the further away you sleep from the electrolyzers, the worse it's going to be for these guys. Oh, what's going on? Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to, this is why I want to automate. Research going back on. So now we're installing a fire pole and a rock crusher. And I want to automate as soon as possible, more for my sanity than anything else. Fire pole's going to allow the dupes to go down a little bit quicker. And we better be ready for another dupe. I don't want to be caught in a situation where I don't have a dupe that can concentrate on cooking, so bringing in fry. Put them in a schedule down here with wrangle. Yeah, let's see, let's close this off. Rock crusher going in. Hold on, you know what? Before we fully do that, it might be smart just to bring some ladders across like this. And let's make some metal, copper. See if we've got light access. We do. Put that right there. And we've got automations. First automation I'll put in right here to automate the lights on the rock crusher. And I want to automate this guy plus this guy. This guy's fine. You've got lots of hydrogen, carbon dioxide. We want to throttle a little bit more carefully. It is cycle 10. One thing I have not really done yet is done a lot of exploration. Now that I've got the ability to go through granite, let's go out this way. Out this way. And curious what this geyser is, so we'll go down and see what that is. Going up might be a little bit more challenging with all that hydrogen, but let's worry about that another day. Continue opening up this area. There's 2 tiles down here. Okay, stop. That's a volcano. Really? Okay, fair enough. Stay away from that thing. I think that we've got it blocked off because this is the tile that needs to stay there in order for that guy to be blocked off. All right, close call. Close call. Okay, so we're going to keep digging along. Over here, over here. Actually, that volcano would produce heat. I'm just wondering if it's kind of too uncontrolled. I think that's too much of a risk. Progressing on automation research. Oh! Is this a small asteroid? I was not expecting to hit the wall so soon. Maybe it's tall and short, like a small width. We need to cut this guy. That's definitely one piece of automation I want to get in as soon as possible. Keep making more metal so we're ready to build all the automation things when speaker is done in the laboratory. So I'm used to a smaller number of dupes. But now that I've got a larger number, I'm thinking to myself, especially given the fact that research is kind of a limiting factor for the next little bit, why not get multiple dupes to help out with this? Put in additional research stations. We're going to make the supercomputer a priority. Speaker will focus a bit more on that. And I'm going to be watching this. Going to be super excited when this can be automated. Some ladders in here again with the idea of having all the stuff fall down as much as possible. Have a look at oxygen, 48,000 calories. More automation going in. Going to look for carbon dioxide right here. And up here, we're going to look for hydrogen. It's more of an issue for hydrogen to go into a hydrogen generator than it is for a mix of gas going over here. So that's why I'm making that a little bit lower. Make that 120 is what I usually use. And we'll go grab hydrogen. Down here, what do we need? Carbon dioxide. Put in another 120 right there. And I definitely want to get us currently researching a smart battery, so I don't have to do this anymore. Double check that's a laboratory. It is. Starvation, 44,000 calories. I don't think so. Okay, so this is what I like to see. More multiple dupes being able to help out. You know what? I might want the next dupe to be another researcher, which is actually happening pretty soon. Let's just, before that happens. Fry, let's give you your grilling. And, oh, critter ranching. Okay, that kind of crept up on me. I can do that. I guess I'll have to think about what we're going to do. Let's just let this run out first. And then we'll grab another dupe. So we are bringing in Flask, another researcher. Let's throw them down here. And do a little change. I want to get 2 supercomputers. Forgot to actually dig out down here. I meant to do that earlier. Let's allow some of that dirt to flow down. So do this, and this. Put in a new bin for dirt right there. Put in a second supercomputer right there. And let's put in this point probably doesn't matter a whole lot because dupes are going to spend a good amount of time probably loading in dirt. Okay, let's finish the ceiling up here. Hold on. Is that going to allow stuff to fall down or not? Forget. Yeah, it will. Okay, good. Oh, and this is set up, but it's not running because got that, but let's go. Okay, this is a nice moment. No longer need this little T here. We've got this being able to charge up. We might as well put in a second one of these guys now. Excellent. Okay, that makes a big difference. With more and more dupes, I'm worried about oxygen, so we're going to increase the number of electrolyzers. Basically put one above and one below our electrolyzer line. And I want to start exploring. Oh, here's 2 more geysers. Okay, we'll get this built and we'll make a plan to go see what those guys are. And we are researching the ability to get wrangle ability to do some critter ranching. So we get 2 geysers I'm curious about. Keep digging out in this area and open up this. Might save some of these for natural plants. Might have 2 nature reserves. One to the side over here, one up here. I'll see later on how that works out. Better stay in the area just in case we've got another volcano. Oh, research. Okay, let's find something. So next research, we're looking at mesh tiling. So that I can no longer have to make double doors. Back over here. Again, just in case. Whoa. Should I be doing this? You know what? Worst case, if it was a volcano, it would just be a single tile of stuff, right? Okay, leaky oil. Let's see the harm of opening that up just a bit more. Over here, Wrangle's gonna meet the ability to not be able. Or yeah, I guess we'll have to switch over with rock. And a gold volcano. I think I'm happy enough to have that opened up. Okay, so back over here. All right, we're getting our mesh tiling. We can put that in here, here, and here. I'm going to be researching liquid tempedizer. I'm going to use that to warm this water up. So bringing in heavy watt wires now while research goes on. Going to close in our laboratory. This is our stable. A little bit worried that it's too cold, so again, got that liquid tempedizer that's going to go in here. That's going to transport liquid and warm up this zone here. And I don't normally do this, but I'm going to put in a second ladder and fire pole system. We'll see how that works out for me going forward. Maybe I should give out some skills. Field research. Oh, Flask, you need to be able to use the supercomputer. Construction. I think I might. I don't know that there's any point. Body temperature low. Happiness -1. Yeah, let's just wait for this area to warm up. Currently 13 degrees. They need to be above 10 to be happy, but I don't think it's going to be enough to warm them up. Well, I'll hold. But what I will do, I figure instead of sending in a feeder, we will bring in some sandstone. Maybe make that a priority for just a second. This will be the initial food these guys will eat once we get those critters in there. This area has been upgraded to heavy watt wire, so what I'll do, let me just disconnect that and that. So now we've got these pumps here. No. No, that's not quite right. Okay, let's patch this up. Have that regular wire go up and over. And then we'll bring our heavy watt wire line down in here. Also got to be concerned about not just keeping the water warm, but also making sure there's enough water. Maybe we should finally dig into this, get this here which is at risk of freezing to get it over here. Of course, that's going to possibly bring cold temperature water over to this zone. But we are researching the ability to warm that up. So dash, let's give more carrying skills. Swift, same thing. And it's going to go overdo this tough job. Was just reasoning that even if these critters don't produce eggs, if they're not happy enough, I still wanted to convert them to be non-wild or tame. Also want more sandstone. So we got to 20 tons nearly of sandstone. What I'm going to do is click on sweep only. Bring sandstone over and then just indicate that I want some more of it brought over. That maybe could be a priority 5 though. Oh, look at this. We've got some gold. And some crude oil. I want to make my way over here so we can get access to that thimble reed. That's also a heat source. Similar thing up there. I'm doing sweep only because I don't want the sandstone here to be brought up in these. And let's make a priority for this building. Okay, excellent. So now we can go through abyssalite, which is nice because that'll be needed to get through here. Make a priority of getting down to that. So now we are putting in our liquid tempedizer. I don't have a thermosensor, but we are going to start to research that, as well as get insulated tiles, which is going to be important for dealing with the Ice Age. Oh, see you. Not worrying about what critters have laid an egg, not in this attempt. I mean, we can get, okay, let's see. Oh, another dupe time. Actually, I don't know what dupe I'm going to get next, so I'll have to think about that. After thinking a bit, I thought I want another dupe that can do ranching soon, so this is Whisper joining the team. Let's put them in a new schedule way down here. Over here, decided I probably want to open this up just to make it easy for oxygen. This little area. I'm starting to think about how I want to handle insulation. Probably going to get that polluted water to drop, but I don't want that to mix down here, so we're going to put a tile right there. Maybe we can dig in here now. I'm going to install insulation all along this path. Once the research is complete, of course. Start filling in this second stable. These guys are warm, or cold rather, but we'll deal with that as soon as our research... Oh, actually, radiant pipes exist now, don't they? Yes, they do. I'm noticing that power is fluctuating a little bit, so we're going to aim to deal with that. We're going to put this pipe up and down over here. Sending in a little bit of radiant pipes here, here, and in here. We'll load that line with some water. Try to deal with that power situation. We'll put in a third hydrogen generator. Don't need it yet, but I'm just going to put a crafting station right here. Hold on, what is... Oh, okay, a temporary message, that's fine, can ignore that. Did we ever get out here? We have, okay, ooh. Okay, good, but I have to think about how I want to approach that. But okay, let's just do some mopping up over here maybe. Now the only thing is this guy is just going to get it to be way too hot unless I'm paying attention, which may not happen, but I mean that is why we're... Oh, research actually is nearly complete. Just a little bit more there. That'll be an important step that I do not want to forget about. Okay, so let's get rid of this guy. Replace this with thermosensor, maybe sitting right underneath. So researching the metal refinery. We're going to put that over here. Just going to reroute this regular wire up and around so I can get a heavy wire going in here. Figure why not do that since we're in need of heat anyways. Let's go check on these guys. So we've got wildness of 80%. Wildness of 23%. Making progress there. A little bit of liquid I guess that was missed. Okay, let's start on insulation. While research for our metal refinery starts up, let's insulate beginning with the top left corner over here. Not being picky, making this out of igneous rock, just sandstone for now. Looking at oxygen. Seems like we could do a little bit better right there, but it's okay. It's survivable. This area here, I almost want to harvest. I think, what's the temperature right there? 50. You know what? Let's risk it. Let's risk it. Let's harvest those guys. Giving us access to a little bit of early reed fiber. I've just noticed that we're getting uncomfortably low on food, so we're going to dig out some more buried objects and set up a micro musher station. Put in a pitcher pump here, eventually storing some water. $15,000 calories. A few more places we can pop into, but we're going to start running out of places to be able to find food buried around. Figure this will be the priority versus making our metal refinery. Start creating our first few mush bars just to make sure that is all going to be fine. Should be. Go over to priorities. Let's find Fry. Get them to really concentrate on cooking. Oh, already did. Make sure they've got access to lights. Copy this across. Uh-oh. Okay, did not plan that well. Let me think here. Let's kick that shine bug out. Close the doors over here. Yeah, you gotta move. This door can be open now. And it might as well empty that. Okay, so micro mushers are going on, giving us a little bit of a power issue, but how are we? Okay, hydrogen not being the issue. I'm going to move the barracks up here, or not move, but extend our barracks. Thinking of going up instead of over, just so that we can kind of keep the heat central. And now we're going up to 12 dupes. I think it would be smart to bring in another dupe that can concentrate on cooking. So put Chop down here. Give them their skill of grilling. Whisper. Work on farming. And decided, you know what? We're going to risk it. Why don't we open that up after all? I mean, it's extremely cold, right? This isn't... It's close to my base, but it's going to be fine, right? We'll see. I don't know if we need a ladder. Oh, no, we don't. I mean, it's just going to be plugged up by itself. And just give us access to a little bit of heat in this area. I'm hoping. Right, we'll give you grilling too. Maybe I'll ask for some more mush bars. Across here. And we should get some electric grills together. Here is some electric grills. So research, I don't know if there's anything that's urgent, so we might be at the point where I can just let this go on some lower priority stuff. Open into electric grills. Power issues, huh? Hold on. So we don't have enough metal just right yet for another smart battery. Might wait for our metal refinery for producing more. But if I destroy this guy, probably still will, yeah, definitely be able to move that over. Make a bit of a priority. Don't want the dupes to waste their time supplying this when really power is kind of more the critical issue at the moment. Get rid of that. That rebuilt way over here. Hold on. Here we go. Make sure we've got our automation line that connects the whole thing. Put in this. This gives us 5 hydrogen generators. Checking the hydrogen situation. Still lots of that. Going to add more insulation up on this corner and realizing that we got to get our settings right. Put some much fry production going in here. And I didn't set anything appropriate over here. Can get rid of that little end. But yeah, this, I don't know, 25 or below. You can run. There we go. Let's check our heating line. Looks like we've got a little bit of too much space. Maybe we'll just do this to fix that for now. If these guys' body temperature still low. I mean, yeah, I guess I only just fixed the temperature issue down here. Priority of getting these built then. There we are. So hoping that's going to warm up this zone. 14.3, 14.6. Okay, that's on the rise. Good. Hammer was being dumb and blocked themselves in. Try that construction again. Thinking of making a great hall over here. Before I do that, I'm just going to get some of the material to fall down. At least where I don't have any natural plant that I want to keep. So I should be filling that in with tiles, shouldn't I, since we're making a nature reserve. Oh, water. Getting low. So to raise up the water, I'm putting in some insulation tiles around the water. We're also going to make a priority of figuring out if we can find a water-based geyser. Technically, we have this guy. So that is going to add both heat and water into the environment. Oh, saltwater geyser down here. Just curious what this guy is. Might pivot in case we need that salt water over there. Priority of getting these filled in. Just 2 more tiles to go over here. Cool slush. Okay, I can't dig through obsidian yet. And trying to create a nature reserve up here eventually. Little park sign right there. Little door sideways. Oh. Oh, did not see you, or you might be new. How are we? Still need more of these critters. Rerouting this heavy wire to go around just so that we can fit in a nature reserve. Oh, research. Let's go back. Let's see. Maybe get deodorizer might be nice. Flask field research. And these guys, looking for food. Yeah, let's maybe do this. Send that back to sandstone. You guys still have lots of sandstone, I assume. Somewhere, yeah, to 18 tons. Let's clean up this little area here. Oh, wrangle you. We're going to move that pump over so that we can fit in a door there. Put floor in here. Reset that to carbon dioxide and 120. Check if these need to be emptied. Looks okay. Okay, yet another dupe. Going up to 13. Next dupe is Spark, who can concentrate on some of the electrical engineering skills. We'll give them tinkering. Run in heavy watt wire to this electrolyzer. I'm trying to work out what doors need to stay shut, which ones don't matter. Let's just keep all these sides shut so that no shine bugs are over on this side. I think that's just easier. Look at it that way. Oh, I say in a nature reserve. So there we are. That is going to help up morale. I think this is where I'm going to leave it for today. But next time, I'm going to have to make sure we get some water from either this cool slush geyser or this cool steam vent, so we can replace our water. Need to automate egg removal from these stables over here. We've got a great haul to make. We've got a metal refinery to do. And in general, I need to explore a lot more of this space than I have so far. I'm very lucky the fact that I found some geysers that are close, specifically the water-based geysers, because water and life pretty much are connected at this point in time. All right, well, that's it for today. I will see you next time. This is Jared playing, Oxygen Not Included.